Carla Connor appeared to move a step closer to unveiling secrets about Lisa Swain's late partner Becky during Friday's installment of Coronation Street, as her relationship with the detective began to take a more defined shape. It looked as though Carla was gradually piecing together the mystery surrounding Becky Swain in the latest episode. Allison King's character, the head of Underworld, has been romantically involved with police officer Lisa Swain for nearly a year, yet has become evident that much remains undisclosed. As fans of the show are aware, prior to her debut on the ITV soap, Lisa had been married to Becky, with whom she shared a daughter named Betsy. Tragically, Becky, who also served in the police force, lost her life while on duty after being struck by a vehicle. The full details behind her tragic end have never been entirely revealed, though it is known that the vehicle was driven by the siblings of a boy who was fatally stabbed by his own brother Logan earlier this year. Intent on learning more, Carla made the decision to confront Logan in prison. Although initially unwilling to speak, Logan eventually gave up a sliver of insight. "So what now? I spill everything and never hear from you again," he said. "That's not how it works. Pay up, and then I'll talk. You put down the cash, and I'll give you the truth." Carla, clearly desperate, pleaded with Logan, explaining that Lisa was being emotionally crushed by the entire ordeal. Logan demanded £10,000 for any more information, which Carla declined to pay. However, he did drop one crucial detail for free. "Tia Wardley," he said, adding, "That one's on the house. Anything else comes at a cost." Meanwhile, Lisa, still emotional as the date marked what would have been her wedding anniversary with Becky, abruptly left her therapy session. She then broke into D.I. Costello's email account, hoping to dig up some answers about her wife's death. To her shock, she discovered that PC Kit Green had already been investigating the matter. But before she could make sense of the findings, D.I. Costello caught her in the act. Lisa pleaded with him. "I need to know what you found on Becky. Was she dirty or not? She was my spouse, and now I'm starting to feel like I didn't really know who she was." Her superior officer threatened disciplinary action for snooping through his emails, but Lisa stood her ground, insisting she had every right to find out the truth, especially since Becky was allegedly being looked into at the time of her death. Ultimately, D.I. Costello tried to deter her by saying, "It was just a miscommunication, nothing more. I won't escalate this, but you need to let it go. Don't dig up the past." Lisa calmly walked into the pub and confronted Kit, stating, "I should have trusted my instincts. He's dodgy, Lisa. Don't believe a word he says. I know exactly what you did. I saw the proof with my own eyes. You emailed Costello asking to access Becky's case files. Why are you so fixated on my wife?" Kit attempted to justify himself by saying he had been ordered to stand down and wasn't willing to jeopardize his career, but Lisa didn't hold back. She called him a liar and a snake and warned, "Step even slightly out of line and I'll make sure you regret it, PC Green. I'm serious." Meanwhile, back at Underworld, Carla couldn't shake her curiosity about the name Tia Wardley. She eventually pulled out her laptop and typed it into a search engine, only to be met with puzzling results. The only matches were an American athlete who had retired after a cycling accident and a local school crossing guard who had also recently stepped down. Confused and no closer to answers, Carla shut the laptop and tried to put it out of her mind. Later, at home, things escalated when Lisa asked to borrow Carla's laptop and immediately noticed her browsing history. Carla came clean about her prison visit to Logan and explained how she'd learned the name Tia Wardley. "You need the truth, and I wanted to help," she told Lisa. But Lisa, seemingly unfazed, replied, "So this Tia Wardley, she's your idea of help?" Carla then speculated that Logan may have just been feeding her lies. But the mood shifted in a tense scene that followed, when a fellow inmate entered Logan's cell and taunted, "You've been running your mouth today, haven't you?" before slamming the door shut. Ultimately, Lisa made a heartfelt decision about her future. She took off her wedding ring and told Carla, "I want to start fresh with you, in the home we made our own, matching bathrobes and all. I'm completely yours now." Coronation Street's Theo targets someone new in latest manipulation tactic. Theo Silverton has set his sights on a new focus in his ongoing effort to dominate his boyfriend Todd Grimshaw. Lately, Theo has been lashing out, turning his anger on Todd and tightening his grip whenever he senses his partner's attention slipping away. In Wednesday's episode, Theo issued Todd a subtle threat, demanding he sleep on the sofa or risk the end of their relationship. During tonight's events, Todd tried to play it down when Billy turned up and noticed the bedding on the couch. Todd explained to Billy that Theo's ex-wife Danielle was now involved with Noah, the same man who subjected Theo to conversion therapy, and that because of this, Theo had been cut off from seeing his kids. Billy persuaded Todd to talk with Danielle at the bistro, where Todd pleaded on Theo's behalf. "He's a decent father," Todd said. "If you keep the kids away, you're not just hurting him, you're hurting them too." Danielle seemed to soften until Todd took a jab at Noah, reminding her that Theo still had legal visitation rights. Referring to Noah as nutty, he triggered Danielle's defensiveness and quickly realized he had overstepped, losing any progress he had made. Back at number 11, Theo told Todd that Danielle had chosen to cut off all access to the children. Feeling guilty, Todd was quickly berated by Theo, who accused him of making everything worse by interfering. Theo's temper flared further when he learned that Billy had accompanied Todd to the meeting. Despite Todd's explanation that his only goal was to help, Theo shouted that both he and Billy had completely failed. Later, Billy took the blame, telling Theo the meeting had been his idea. In response, Theo warned Todd never to listen to that vicar again. When Billy stopped by later, hoping to smooth things over, Theo lied, claiming Todd was in the shower, and quickly ushered him out. Moments later, when Todd appeared, Theo casually told him Billy had to leave in a hurry. As Theo's manipulations grow bolder, one question remains. Will he succeed in driving a wedge between Todd and Billy? Coronation Street actor Anthony Crank gets engaged during romantic getaway. Coronation Street actor Anthony Crank, known for playing Dean Turnbull in the beloved soap, is now engaged to longtime partner Craig Lomax. The actor shared the joyful news with fans on social media, revealing that he had popped the question during a romantic holiday. Crank portrayed the role of drug dealer Dean Turnbull in Coronation Street in 2022, returning multiple times until 2024. Beyond the soap world, Anthony is also recognized for presenting Channel 4's T4 between 2002 and 2005, along with appearances on MTV, BBC Holiday, Holiday Hit Squad, and Departure Lounge. He also hosted shows on BBC Radio Manchester as a regular stand-in. The engagement announcement came alongside a photo of Anthony and Craig's hands entwined, both wearing elegant rings. Fans quickly flooded the comment section with well wishes. "Yay! Huge congrats," one follower wrote, while another added, "So happy for you both." "Such beautiful news, congrats," a fan posted, and another exclaimed, "Absolutely amazing, what a gorgeous couple." Craig also posted the same image on his own profile, receiving more love and congratulatory messages. Anthony was one of the familiar faces from T4 during the early 2000s, a show that ran from 1998 to 2012 and became a launching pad for many big names in British TV. The program featured celebrity interviews and even included conversations with figures like Tony Blair. Fellow T4 alumni include Dermot O'Leary, Steve Jones, Ben Shepherd, Nick Grimshaw, Jamila Jamil, and Anthony himself. During his time on T4, Anthony interviewed major international names such as Angelina Jolie, Nelson Mandela, and Martin Scorsese. He was discovered while on vacation in Ibiza, having worked for OK Magazine at the time. In an interview with the Manchester Evening News, he recalled, "That's when everything really began. Working on T4 was like the Oxford or Cambridge of television. It taught you everything." Apart from his Coronation Street role, Crank also played Levi in the E4 Hollyoaks spin-off The Morning After the Night Before in 2009. He returned to Hollyoaks again in 2010 as Steve, a television producer making a spoof T4-style documentary with characters Duncan and Teresa. More recently, Anthony took on the role of a police officer in The Accused, a drama series created by Jimmy McGovern for the BBC. Coronation Street continues to air every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX.